Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai la lai. Lai lai la lai. Lai la lai lai la lai. Ya la lai 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 lai. Ya la lai. Lai lai la lai. Lai la lai lai la lai. Ya la lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai.
Shabbat Shalom. It is a joy to welcome congregants and friends and guests as we join together here in the sanctuary and as well as we join together online. We welcome to our Bima John Broder, our immediate past president, who's back already. We always knew we'd always be able to count on you. Thank you for being with us. And thank you all for being with us. Let's take a moment to be sure that we are among community. Let's please take this moment, if you're online, to introduce yourself in the comments, and here in the sanctuary to turn around or get up and walk around and find someone new to greet. To kindle our Shabbat lights, we welcome Jennifer and Brett Feldman and Brett's father, Sidney, and the whole mishpacha, the whole clan. We're so glad to be with you all this evening as we turn to page 2 for our Shabbat candle lighting.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And our Shabbat Kiddush is on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemaaseh v'reishit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר לציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת לחיים.
Last Friday evening on Erev July 4th, we honored the Declaration of Independence and also asked how independence from tyranny has also left us in a society where we are perhaps too independent from each other. And we talked about the ways Jewish wisdom teaches us to be more interdependent. So I thought of you all when later that weekend I was with my extended family, along with some Israeli young adults my family was hosting. We were all playing Rummy Cube. Do you all know Rummy Cube? Right. It's like the tile version of Gin Rummy, right? Or as our cantor says, Maj Light. Right? Apparently, Rummy Cube is a cross-cultural game because the Israelis knew it too. Except there was one difference in the way we played. After the winner completed their hand, it was never me, after the winner completed their hand, the Israelis all jump in, become one team, and help everyone else complete their hands. Immediately, like it was the most normal thing in the world. I had never heard of such a thing. Rummy Cube interdependence. This Shabbat, may we find ways to be on each other's team. We take a deep breath and release, turning from the noise of the week to the peace of Shabbat, as we turn to page 24, singing together, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. לכם לשלום, מלכי השלום, מלכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ברכוני לשלום, מלכי השלום, מלכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלכי השלום, מלכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We said Shalom Aleichem, those Shabbat angels are now upon us, those angels of peace. Can you feel their presence? And now we are ready to fully welcome Shabbat with joy with Lecha Dodi, pages 20 and 21.
Lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבורך, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתחילה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
There's a tradition, if you're comfortable, to rise to welcome Shabbat.
בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלנה בני שבת נקבלה.
Turning to page 28, we remain standing for our call to worship.
Lai 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 la lai lai la lai 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 la lai lai la lai la lai 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 Barechu et Adonai hamevorach Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam vaed Lai 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 lai.
In the middle of page 31, together. This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, my sibling, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, my sibling, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim, page 32.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu l'madata. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu l'madata. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shoch beinu, u'vekumeinu nasiach, Bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam v'ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu l'madata. When we lie down and when we rise up, this joy will last forever. When we lie down and when we rise up, this joy will last forever, forever. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu l'madata. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Page 36. Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 39, together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Page 40.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילו עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך באלים אדוני.
Pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended on you. Page 46 and then following. Please rise for the Amidah.
Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor leolam Adonai, mechaye hakol, atah Rav lehoshia, morid hatal, mechalkel chaim bechesed, mechaye hakol berachamim rabim. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated. Turning to page 61, let us join together in our blessing for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai. Hamvarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. We take these moments for silent prayer.
אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע ושפתי מדבר מרמה ואם כללי נפשי תדום ונפשי כעפר לכה תהיה אלוהי 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 נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתי מדבר מרמה. ואם קל עלי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה. אלוהי, אלוהי. אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתי מדבר מרמה. ואם קל עלי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה. אלוהי, אלוהי. פתח ליבי, פתח ליבי, פתח ליבי בתורתך. נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתי מדבר מרמה. ואם קל עלי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה. אלוהי, אלוהי. אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע, ושפתי מדבר מרמה. ואם קל עלי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה. אלוהי, אלוהי. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני, אדוני, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי וגואלי.
In a moment, we'll be on page 253 for the Misha Beirach, our prayer for healing. I had the profound honor, along with my wife Laurel, who was serving in her role as director of Temple University Hillel, to be with faith and civic leaders from across the region on Wednesday to bear witness to an arson attack at the Northeast Philadelphia Islamic Center. I was there because, as Jews, we know the importance of religious freedom and the need to protect it now more than ever. I was also there because my friend, Imam Idris Abdul Zahir, asked me to be there. When we are in true relationship with others, we show up in solidarity. As we offer our prayers for healing, we continue to pray that after 250 years, this country remains a safe haven for all to freely practice their faith, and we commit to doing the work to ensure those freedoms continue. We add to these prayers those in our own circles in need of healing, mind, body, or spirit. If you are holding someone in your heart tonight in need of healing, online, I invite you to write their names in the chat, and here in the sanctuary to speak those names aloud at this time.
Misha Beirach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Beirach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Our thoughts move from brokenness to joy and celebration and gratitude as we prepare to sing our Shehechianu, our blessing, thanking God for giving us life, sustaining us, and enabling us to reach this moment in time. I hope we all have at least one thing we can be grateful for this week. And if you are celebrating a simcha, a joyous moment in your lives, we hope that you'll share it with the congregation. Anything good? What do we got this week? Yeah, Jake.
This week I had a job to do, and I'm active, and it's called TASK, Season 2. They called me to do some acting in the show. So that made me happy.
Yeah, grateful to be
Since I had a job.
grateful to be doing work and feeling valued in that work. It's so important after a long time. What else? What else are we grateful for this week? David.
Well, I had new roof put on, and after 3 tries, it didn't leak.
Hey, grateful to roofers with all this rain we've been having. Yes, I am grateful as well. We had some roof repairs after we noticed quite a bit of water in one of our rooms. So there we go. All right. Yeah, what else?
3 years ago, our son, Ben, our oldest, moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma to take a great job as a reporter and anchor for National Public Radio. And he had a terrific 3 years there. Last week, we got him back. He was offered a position at WHYY. He moved back to Philadelphia, and he started on Monday, and we've got him back.
Congratulations. Great to have Ben back. Mazel tov. Oh, that's wonderful. What a great role. We'll have to listen for him on the radio. Wow. One of the many students that Fred has taught. Yeah. Oh, we're so lucky. What else? Anyone else celebrating? All right. Yeah, please. I have to say, keeping alive plants, that is no small task. And I feel like I've killed so many orchids, so to get some African violets, just those small things, that is truly Shechianu. It's exactly right. Judaism actually says when we smell a new flower for the first time, when we taste a new fruit for the first time, we're meant to say the Shechianu for that blessing of gratitude. What else, Lynn? How wonderful. Congregants spending time together, cruising, and happy birthday, Lynn. I love that. Beth. Wow. Oh, welcome back, and happy birthday to you as well. Lots of traveling and birthdays. Benjamin. Oh, amazing. So celebrating your anniversary and your son joining the family, and how wonderful. Oh, yeah, please.
2 weeks ago, I turned 80 years old. I'm here tonight with my extended family, commemorating the York side of my wife. And my whole family is here with me.
Oh, well, happy birthday, and how wonderful to have all these Feldmans together and others. Really wonderful, wonderful, and may her memory be a blessing. All right. Well, for all of these blessings and so many more, we join together in gratitude.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehecheyanu v'kiyemanu V'higianu לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
I'll start tonight with a little Torah trivia. In the second of this week's double portion, Matot Maseh, there's a verb that appears over 40 times. I think it was 43 I counted. Anyone have any idea what the verb is? Any guesses? Nothing. What do you think? Dove. No. It's a verb, but to dove. I don't know if that's a verb, but maybe. Other ideas? There is a noun form of the verb, if that's helpful, but you're not going to get it probably, unless you're, Oh, okay. All right, the hint is it's related to where I was the past 2 weeks and where Cantor Hyman is headed next week. To camp. Exactly right. Lachanot is the word to camp. We hear Vayachanu b'Sukkah. They camped at Sukkot. Vayachanu be'Eitan, and they camped at Eitan. Vayachanu be'Refidim. They camped at Refidim. On and on, stop after stop. The Torah closes out the book of Numbers with a list of 42 different locations in which the Israelites camp. In other words, the final portion in Numbers is a recap of camp. And so it would be fitting that tonight I tell you a little bit about my time, Vayachanu, my time at Machaneh, it's the noun form, at camp. I had the honor of getting to serve as what's called faculty, which are the rabbis, cantors, and educators of our movement at the Union for Reform Judaism's Camp Harlem, where I spent 2 weeks. And like Torah, coming home from camp, I want to recount that journey. So I want to tell you a few stories of my time at camp this summer. Here's the first. It was the second Shabbat at camp. The entire community, I think around 400 campers, 200 staff, were packed into the Hadar Ochel. We use a lot of Hebrew words at camp. That's the dining hall for Shabbat dinner. The room was loud in a way that only a camp dining hall can be loud. And then, suddenly, darkness. The power went out all across camp. For a moment, it was scary. Hundreds of kids, a sudden blackout, a big silence, and then lots of little murmuring started. Then, thankfully, the emergency generator kicked on. Some of the lights flickered back on, and the staff made an announcement. The power company was coming to work on it, but until the power came back, probably sometime in the middle of the night, there would be no running water at camp. Perhaps in divine coincidence, in this week's Torah portion, we read, Vayachanu berefidim velo hayasham mayim la'am lishtot. And the Israelites camped at Refidim, and there was no water for the people to drink. Can you imagine these campers, counselors, all doing the same math in this moment, just like those ancient Israelites? No sinks, no showers, well, you get the idea. But here's the thing that is amazing about Friday nights at Camp Harlem. The minute dinner ends, they have the most rousing, amazing song session. Now, song session normally has lots of amplification. They're on microphones, the song leaders plug in their guitars, and they have big screens where they put all the words up. None of that was working. But no one ever considered canceling song session. And so, two amazing song leaders, two young women, just barely 18, Priya, you might know her, and Joella, stood up in front of a dimly lit room and began to sing. And the room changed. Hundreds of voices singing from memory, arms around shoulders, the worry of the last hour melting into harmony. The night everyone had feared became a night nobody will forget. I stood in the back of that dining hall and watched these young song leaders transform anxiety into celebration, armed with nothing but their voices. Second moment. One afternoon, I had the chance to sit with the Gesher unit. Gesher are 17-year-olds who are in the CIT, the Counselor in Training Program. Gesher actually means bridge, and that's exactly where these teens stand, on a bridge between being campers and being the leaders who will ultimately raise up that next generation. We were talking about their lives back home and really had a very open conversation and said, feel free to share wherever you want. Very quickly, though, the conversation turned to anti-Semitism. I asked how many in this group of about 25 had experienced it personally. Every single hand went up. They told me about moments on social media, jokes that they heard in the school hallway, things that their classmates or friends even said to their faces or on text messages. 17-year-olds, and every single one of them had a story of experiencing some form of anti-Semitism. Our Parsha speaks to this as well. In one of the final commandments in Maseh, the Israelites are instructed to establish arei miklat, cities of refuge, places of safety, built on purpose, built by design, because the Torah understood that a community needs this. They need places for their most vulnerable. This is what Jewish camp is. Camp Harlem is a safe haven for our Jewish kids. This is a place where they can be candid about difficult things. And then, I have to tell you, these Gesher students, without missing a beat, after sharing this pain, after being heard, after hearing each other, they got right back to planning the next activity, to arguing about which unit had the best cheer, to talking about the campers they couldn't wait to work with. These teens have every excuse to be weary of Jewish life, having faced so much the past few years. But instead, they choose to spend their summer immersed in it, training to be leaders, to pass on their Judaism to the next generation. A city of refuge, it turns out, is not just a place of hiding, but it's a place where we can refuel. Third story. Every summer, Camp Harlem welcomes what's known as a mishlachat, a delegation of young Israeli staff members who truly bring Israel to the Poconos. This summer, I had the chance to sit with many of them and hear their stories. A young woman who said that I could share her story, Nitzan, told us about the weeks after October 7th. She had just joined the army, and although she was supposed to be stationed somewhere toward the north of Israel, she was immediately sent down to the very south, to Eilat, which many of you know is sort of typically a resort town. But here, this is where families had been evacuated from the Gaza envelope, from kibbutzim and towns that bore the worst of that day. Nitzan spent her days with children who had lost their homes and some who had lost far more than that. She sat with them, she played with them, she helped them feel like children again in hotel lobbies that had become a wilderness encampment of their own. And now, she chose to come spend her summer in Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, teaching American Jewish kids Israeli dance and Hebrew songs. Having held so much grief, she chose to spend this chapter of her life creating joy. I keep thinking about her name, Nitzan. Cantor Hyman and I were talking about this, that in Hebrew it means a bud or a blossom or a flower about to open. It comes from the biblical book Song of Songs, and the line is, Hanitzanim nir'u va'aretz et hazamir higia. Pretty good. The blossoms have appeared in the land. Maybe you know the Debbie Friedman English one. The flowers appear on earth. The time of singing has come. A young woman, Nitzan, named for the first sign that winter is ending. And that is precisely the work that she does. In Eilat and now at camp, appearing in the land after the coldest winter, announcing that time of singing has come again. So what ties these three moments together? Some of you have heard me talk about camp before. I feel like I give a sermon almost every year. And you may remember actually at High Holidays a number of years ago, I spoke about one of the most important things at camp, what they call midot. Midot are translated as character traits. It comes from the Jewish spiritual practice of Musar, and it teaches campers how to become their best selves. There's 7 midot that camp focuses on. Achreut, thinking of others. Nitzachon, perseverance. Rachamim, compassion. Bitachon, confidence. Tiferet, finding inner beauty. Binah, seeking meaning. When a camper embodies one of these traits, counselors and staff are equipped with bracelets. I meant to bring some down. If you want one, come find me later. They have these bracelets, and they actually give them to the campers in that moment to reinforce those values. Some of you might remember we gave them out for all of you a number of years ago. Now, you might have been counting. I only mentioned 6. So the 7th, and this is actually, I think, the most important midah. This is the very first one, and perhaps the one camp embodies the most, is simcha, joy, finding joy. Priya and Joella, standing in a dark dining hall with no microphones, singing a worried camp into joy. The Gesher teens, who knew exactly what the world can say to a Jewish kid, choosing a summer overflowing with Jewish life anyway. And Nitzan, who carried the grief of the Gaza envelope in her arms, now teaching 10-year-olds how to dance. Some people hear Jewish joy and imagine something naive, a looking away, a pretending. What I witnessed at camp was the opposite of that. These young people know the darkness intimately. They lost their lights, literally and figuratively, and they sang anyway. That is why simcha is such an important midah, a trait to be practiced, strengthened, built. Joy in Jewish life is a discipline. We construct it in the way the Torah constructs cities of refuge, deliberately, in advance, because we know we're going to need it. Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav, a man who knew profound darkness in his life, taught, mitzvah gedola lihyot besimcha tamid. It is a great mitzvah to be in joy always. He didn't teach this because life was easy. He taught this because life is not. Joy that survives a night without water is practice for joy that survives far worse. Our kids are getting that practice every summer at camp. I want to leave you tonight with a little bit of a call to say that none of what I describe happens by accident. The song leaders, the midot bracelets, the safe havens, the Israeli counselors dancing with our kids, all of it exists because generations of Jews before us have decided that camp was worth building and worth sending their kids to. And now it's also our turn. If you have children, consider sending them to Camp Harlem or Jewish Overnight Camp. I can tell you as a rabbi, I can tell you as a parent of 2 campers right now, there's no better investment in a joyful, confident Jewish identity than a summer at the machaneh, at the camp. If you have grandchildren, I'm looking out at the general age of the crowd tonight, or maybe nieces or nephews, plant that seed gently. Grandparents, just, gently. Mention it to their parents. A grandparent's voice carries further than you know. And a grandparent's generosity might be what makes camp possible. And to every single one of us, know that Road of Shalom has a scholarship fund to help send our young people to camp. Cost should never be a reason a Jewish child misses this. Please, we want you to use those funds. We want you to support those funds. It all helps to build this refuge and fill it with song. The Torah ends this book of Deuteronomy by lovingly recounting every place we camped on our journey, because our tradition has always known that camping is where we become a people. Shabbat Shalom. We turn back in our prayer books to page 282, followed by 287 for Aleinu. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. The words of Chana Senesh, Yesh Kochavim, there are stars up above. So far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. This week, our congregation observes the art site, the anniversary of the death of the following on whose shoulders we stand: Rose Albert, Viola Hirsch Allman, Gerald Applebaum, Amanda E. Arrett, Melba Basikas Axelrod, Edward Bellett, Sophie Binnenstock, James J. Blatt, Herman B. Blumenthal II, Morton Battelle, Albert L. Bricklin, Audrey Les Brodsky, Eugene Lionel Brody, Betsy Claster, Rosa Cohen, Harry D. Comer, Sadie Weil Coplin, Anna Scher Drydink, Peter Default, Lillian Wilder Epstein, Mark G. Fetter, Lillian Felber, Stuart Feldman, Frida Feldman, Selma Fine, Nathan Fine, Natalie Fishbane, Robert P. Frankel, Elizabeth Friesman, Benjamin Goldenberg, Florence Gubernick, Viola Stern-Haas, Irving J. Harberger, Yona Henschel, Ann Sue Israel, Lizette Jacobs Israel, Minerva Jackson, Henrietta Mann Jonas, Richard Kadish, Ada J. Kaplan, Bernard Katzenak, Francine Kositsky, Ivan Kranich, Molly Kraus, Philip Lassen, Joel Levin, Sylvia Levy, Martin Lewin, Herbert Lippman Luria, Morton Richard Mazer, Rachel Anathan Mayer, Mary Mogul, Julia Obermeyer, Gladys Perlstein, Fidel Peters, Olivia Block Falzer, Milton H. Pincus, William Pinkinson, Michael Rathmill, Barbara Goldman Rosette, Saul Rubin, Charles D. Salkowitz, Meyer Schwartz, Samuel Silverman, Helmine Sinsheimer, Morris Summerson, Rona Sotzman, Joseph Spotts, Morris Stein, Dorothy Kahn Strauss, Esther Strauss, David J. Sondheim, Harry A. Takiff, David Weil, Judith Weinstock, Catherine Louise Wilson, Norma Winthrop, Madeline Wise, Jill Zukovsky. We add the names of those who have been taken from our midst, but not from our hearts, in these most recent days, for whom we observe Shiloshim, the 30 days of mourning. Patsy Hunter, Adele Keller, Dea Mallon, Patricia Marie Sewell, Debbie E. Scher, Stephen Shepard, Muriel Snyder. If you are observing Yartzeit or Shiloshim for a loved one whose name was not mentioned, I invite you to write their names in the chat or speak their names aloud at this time. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing. We turn to page 294 and rise for the mourner's Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yit gadash shemei rabbah, b'alma divrach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal, shmei dekudusha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, dami ran ve'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace and comfort to us all, and let us say, Amen.
Ose shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen.
It's my pleasure to welcome up our immediate past president. That's got a great sound to it, doesn't it? John Broder.
Shabbat Shalom. It's nice to see you all. Hope you're all having a wonderful summer. Rabbi Friedman, I thought you were going to do hello mother, hello father. I thought that was going to be the camp report. Yeah, I know. In any event, when I walked in before services, Rabbi Mader saw me and said, "You again? You're back on the bima so soon?" So let me explain. I'm not volunteering to do this all the time. But actually, our wonderful president, Marcia Weinrau, was due to be on here, and it's her birthday weekend. And she's going to be away and going out and enjoying. So if you see Marcia, say happy birthday to her. So if you're new to Road of Shalom, please introduce yourself. A special welcome to Heshi Zimin from our Board of Advisors waving in the back. Hey, Hesh. And everybody have a wonderful Shabbat Shalom.
Conclude in words of blessing.
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless us and keep us.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light shine upon us, and may God be gracious to us.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May we feel God's presence within us always, and may we find peace. Ken Hiratzon, may this be God's will. Shabbat Shalom.
How's it going?